Yeah, look, I think any position, we're not trying to fill spots, right? We're not in the business of filling up so that we get a nice article written about us, or filling up so that people can be excited. Like, we want the right people and the right players. And like, I remember watching Jaden Greathouse his sophomore year and being like, gosh, what an unbelievable player as a young kid. He'd be great to coach, and I watched him with a kid that doesn't even work here anymore, Pat Kramer, 3 years ago. I remember watching Rico Flores, because there were some other guys out there, and in my head being like, gosh, I hope we can reach this kid, all the way out in Sacramento. And we did. So I think, and then obviously with Braylon and KK, we were able to build relationships, throughout the process. But we're not about filling spots or filling numbers or having bodies. Like, we want guys that can come in here and compete. And we truly believe that if you can add competition to any room, that's only going to whittle out the guys that can't make it, and it's going to raise the level of everyone else in the room. You look at the rooms that have been really successful at that position. You look at Bama a couple of years ago, they have all those first rounders, right? And you have Ohio State, where they got all these first rounders that are pushing each other. And that's the culture that we're trying to build. And I think Stuck's done an unbelievable job of having real authentic relationships. I think he's done an unbelievable job of bringing in talent into a room that is able to push one another. And I'm excited to see where it goes. To the second part of your question, like, I'm not a huge player comp guy. I think you look at Greathouse and you look at Reek and you look at two guys that, are pretty polished, right? Like, guys that physically are probably able to come in and from a strength standpoint, compete. Guys that understand the nuances of running routes, have a natural feel to them. You look at guys like Braylon, where a little bit like Tobias, like very high ceiling, long rangey, can run, has a great frame where you look like, hey, he's going to add 10, 15 pounds. He's going to be a physical, presence on the outside, but has the speed to really play out there. And then you look at KK, and like, the smoothness in which he plays and the speed in which he plays is very deceiving. Like, you will go watch his senior stuff and you're like, wow, this kid really slipped through the cracks, because he's a national recruit that, again, Stuck did an unbelievable job of having a relationship with him from his previous stops and was able to keep that going. And so I think you have a great blend of polish. You have a great blend of upside. You have a great blend of size and speed, and the one thing that I remember McNulty used to always say this, like, wide receivers still need to catch the ball. And you look at guys that can't catch, they have trouble playing the position. And, we had live evaluations on all these guys throughout their career, and you're able to see guys that can catch the ball outside the framework of their body, have strong hands, have catches in traffic. And at this level, that's going to be critical to having success.